the situation. There's a handful of things that we had discussed that we would like to pursue further. So we're going to actually expeditiously go down that process so that there will be resolution by the end of the month. I hope that answers your question.
No, not really, but everything is kind of just going to be, you got to wait till the end of the month.
Yeah, there's just a handful of things that we had decided on in an executive session that we want to pursue further. So we're going to pursue those options. And
is there something in the interim that can be done for assistance for the kids? Right now, they're sitting, there's nobody there leading them, and they're falling way behind, getting lost in this entire process for their development. I don't know what's going on. Does the board have the power to put something interim in to take care of them until the end of the month?
Mrs. Smith, you can have, would you talk about open gyms?
No, every other high school has summer leagues.
Yeah,
Richmond High School, only school not in summer league right now.
They're not, we won't call them a coach, but someone of a coaching figure to start their process. They are behind in their process.
The 27th? And it's now what? The
13th. 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Can we do it in like a week and a half or something?
Summer league camp started last week.
They're a week or two behind already.
Boys and girls are behind basketball.
I mean, technically, couldn't you have brought one of the, like, have
Assistants.
assistant come back and do it?
Girls can have open
Start
gym.
during the summer.
I guess I could have, if he would do it, if we want to do it. You want to compensate?
Well, he's going to be coming back as the same coach, and that's the technical. He needs to get out next year for the class.
Did you just see what they
No,
did?
he's assistant. No, I'm not going that
What
way.
about the girls basketball team? They're a little more.
Okay, well, one at a time. Well, what I like to do is to move this up a little closer, you know, than to the 27th. That
Well,
is,
we just came up with a meeting date, and it was, I thought you were gonna be out of town otherwise. You can only meet the 2 days, Bobby can't meet one of those. I'm open for both.
I could do the Wednesday. I'm not good for Tuesday.
I can do
I'm
the
same-
Wednesday.
I'm the same with Bobby.
Next, you say
I
next,
can
the
do
What
22nd?
day is Wednesday, Bobby?
22.
On the
22nd
2nd.
is the,
But that's the night of the town hall
yes,
meeting.
unless we meet before it.
Yes, can we meet before?
We could.
Or after? One
Oh,
before?
there's no way I'm gonna get you guys another
Before.
5 o'clock
No.
meeting.
But their
No.
meeting's at 7.
Let's try to do it before.
Yeah. That puts a cap, so there's no.
When is this town hall meeting? The 22nd at 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
So if we meet at 5:30, would give us ample time?
Yeah, it just depending on when you're done with work, you get here, basically.
Well, technically, you can lead the meeting and I can come a little bit late. So I would just say, make it understandably that I probably won't show up till 6:15, but you can just kick off the meeting without me.
So that's
Start at
next week.
6?
Yes, okay, next week.
Okay, so the 22nd at 6 p.m. Everybody? Linda?
Yes, fine.
Bobby, you okay with that?
Yes.
You're okay with that, right?
Unless my boss tells me different.
Say 6 p.m.?
All right, Danica Slade.
Mr. K, I would like to know what your view on the situation is, as far as a staff member or any coach, you know, hypothetically speaking, you know, being put in the same situation as Coach Pop. The fact that there was, you know, language used with children that should not have been, that was inappropriate, that was derogatory. The fact that children have been shielded from scholarship opportunities. What is your view? How do you feel as president of this board as far as situations like that?
Well, it's never a really positive situation, obviously. And unfortunately, as president of this board, I actually have to speak on behalf of all 5 members, and I'm not right now in the capacity of doing so. Unfortunately, we have not come to that type of determination. I can just say all the incidents there have been nothing less than positive. Obviously, it's been a relatively negative light. Some of the things that we learned about today were a little bit more enlightening but at this point, we still haven't come to a decision.
Do you condone behavior like this?
Me as board president can't speak in that capacity until we know.
Okay, well, you as a person,
Now, me
Mr.
as
K.
a board member is a different story. Do I think that type of behavior is acceptable? No, I don't. But at the same point, me speaking on a board authority, I couldn't do that as board president, as you had originally asked the question.
okay, so as board president, you don't think that that behavior, you can't speak on that behavior when your district policy clearly states what should happen to staff members who engage in behavior like that? You couldn't speak on that?
I'm spokesman of the board, and there hasn't been a vote. And I can't say on the board president's behalf any of the board members' opinions until such vote comes about that comprises the opinions of the 5 members here.
I'm not asking specifically to the situation. I'm asking a hypothetical situation in accordance with your board policy and procedures that you have in place as a district.
To the extent that the allegations and things that were true, or things that have been shown as true, were in fact the way that they were, then no, we're obviously not condoning the behavior.
Okay, so you said that if the situation has been shown to be true, that you won't condone the behavior.
Exactly.
So if hypothetically, someone admits to the behavior that has been, that they have been accused of, is that proof enough for you?
Again, you're asking me as a
No,
board
I'm
member.
hypothetical.
Oh, hypothetically.
Hypothetical.
Again,
If the
there's a lot of,
situation was such that a person admitted,
again,
would you?
there's a lot of data that goes behind a decision. There's a lot of research, there's a lot of investigation. So hypothetically speaking, what I would do is figure out which were true, which were not true, and if it was in violation of board policy, I would act according to board policy.
So someone admitting that they said something that they have been accused of is not proof enough for you?
Again, it would be depending on what the confession was, how well it was documented, and everything else before I would make a ruling.
Okay, so when, Mr. K, are you going to have compassion for the children?
And compassion for the children being defined as what?
Being defined as doing what's best for the children. Being defined as putting a leader in place that is going to be a mentor, a positive influence. Someone who will help cultivate these children and get them to the next level academically and athletically, as well as mentally and spiritually. When will you have compassion for these children?
Again,
June 27th, are you sure you're going to be able to come to an agreement? Because I, for one, am sick of being put off.
I understand your frustration, and trust me.
I don't
wanted
think
to
you
vote
do, Mr. K. I don't think you do. My son will be a senior next year.
I hear you.
Okay, and it may be just basketball to you, but he's coming into his last opportunity to hopefully secure a scholarship so that he can go to college and be successful. So how long are you going to put this off, Mr. K?
Again, you're addressing me as a single person when the decision has to come before the entire board. So when the board...
We know you speak for 2 other months there.
What's up?
Hey, whatever you speak on, the other 2 follow. So you might as well speak on it. They're going to follow whatever you say.
It's obviously an accusation, but I'm not addressing it.
So are you sure that June 27th you'll have answers, or?
Yes.
Okay.
22nd, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we
22nd.
pushed it up to the 22nd.
22nd, so we can try to resolve this quickly.
Right, we did change that.